Hi, I'm Shauna Fischhaber with VA Disability Group. Today we'll be discussing the additional state benefits available to Pennsylvania veterans who have a 100% rating with the VA, as well as a few other benefits veterans should be aware of. We understand that navigating all the available options can be overwhelming, and we hope this information will help simplify the process and point you in the right direction to take advantage of these benefits. Visit our website where we will have more detailed information regarding eligibility and application processes. We will have a link in the description box below. Pennsylvania has 6 state veterans' homes. Eligibility is based on clinical need and setting availability. Each state establishes its own eligibility and criteria for its homes. In Pennsylvania, you must be a veteran with at least an under honorable conditions discharge from the armed forces or the Pennsylvania Military Forces. You must also be a resident of Pennsylvania or were a resident at the time of entrance into active duty. Spouses and surviving spouses of an eligible veteran can also be admitted. We recommend that you talk with a VA social worker near you about eligibility requirements and to create a payment plan. Pennsylvania has 9 national cemeteries and 1 state cemetery. National burial benefits include a grave site in any of the VA national cemeteries with available space, opening and closing of the grave, perpetual care, a government headstone, marker, or medallion, a burial flag, and a presidential memorial certificate at no cost to the family. Burial benefits are available for spouses and dependents as well. Keep in mind that state cemeteries eligibility is similar to national cemeteries, but may include residency requirements. Pennsylvania offers several income tax benefits to veterans. I will cover them briefly in this video, but we will have more comprehensive list on our website. First off, military retired pay is not taxable in Pennsylvania. Thrift Savings Plan does not withhold taxes for state or local income tax, but it is reported annually on IRS Form 1099-R. Military pay earned by a resident service member while they are residing in Pennsylvania is taxed. Military pay received when a service member is serving on federal active duty or federal active duty for training outside of Pennsylvania is not taxable. Military disability retirement pay received as a pension, annuity, or similar allowance for personal injury or sickness resulting from active service in the armed forces should not be included in taxable income. Some of the payments which are considered disability benefits include disability compensation and pension payments for disabilities paid to veterans or their families, grants for homes designed for wheelchair living, grants for motor vehicles for veterans who lost their sight or the use of limbs, or benefits under a dependent care assistance program. DIC payments are tax-free. And lastly, SBP, RCSBP, and RSFPP annuities are not taxed in Pennsylvania. Emergency financial assistance is available for eligible service members and their family members that have a direct and immediate financial need because of circumstances beyond their control. Examples of qualifying financial need include a sudden or unexpected loss of income, real or personal property, assets or support directly related to military service affecting the service member, emergency need for childcare, natural or man-made disasters resulting in the need of food, shelter, or other necessities, the death or critical illness of a parent, spouse, sibling, or child resulting in immediate need for travel, lodging, or subsistence for which the applicant lacks financial resources. The maximum grant amount is $5,000. Applicants must be Pennsylvania resident service members, former members, or certain eligible relatives who are experiencing direct and immediate financial need as a result of unexpected circumstances beyond their control. In the case of applicants who need assistance to visit a hospitalized service member, the service member's spouse, parent, sibling, or child can apply. An eligible relative must be a resident of Pennsylvania at the time of application for assistance. Through the Veterans Temporary Assistance Program, veterans and their unmarried surviving spouses may receive temporary financial assistance. This assistance is provided to cover the cost of the necessities of life, such as food, shelter, fuel, and clothing. The Veterans Temporary Assistance Program provides up to $1,600 in a 12-month period. You should contact the County Veterans Affairs Director at the county you reside in to apply for this program. To be eligible, the veteran must have served in the armed forces and have been discharged under honorable conditions after a period of active duty other than for training. A service member that died in service or was killed in action or has a service-connected disability would also qualify. The service member must also be a Pennsylvania resident. Additionally, the veteran or surviving spouse that is applying for assistance must demonstrate a temporary loss of income, assets, or support. The loss of income can be due to sickness, disability, unemployment, natural or man-made disaster, or other cause beyond the control of the applicant. Another reason to apply is if you are experiencing a temporary increase in costs or expenses beyond the control of the applicant. We will have a full list of the necessary documents to apply on our website. Just follow the link below. Any honorably discharged resident veteran with a 100% VA disability and wartime service may be exempt from property taxes on their home. There are income limits to receive this exemption. Surviving spouses who have not remarried may also be eligible. To be eligible, the veteran must have received an honorable or under honorable conditions discharge. They must have served during a period of war, and they must have a 100% permanent and total service-connected disability rating. A veteran that is blind, paraplegic, or has sustained the loss of 2 or more limbs because of military service is also eligible. The veteran must be a Pennsylvania resident. The property must be their principal dwelling and be owned solely by the veteran or as an estate in its entirety. Veterans must prove financial need according to the criteria established by the State Veterans Commission. The annual income cap is adjusted on January 1st each year. If a qualified veteran were to pass away, the exemption can be passed on to the unmarried surviving spouse if financial need can be shown. Contact the County Veterans Affairs Director in the county you reside in to apply for this program. Cases that have been granted tax exemption will be reviewed every 5 years to determine if the exemption is still needed. Consult your local tax assessor's office for detailed requirements regarding these exemptions. A pension of $150 per month is given to honorably discharged veterans who suffered a service-connected injury or disease which resulted in blindness or severe loss of vision. To be eligible, you must have been a Pennsylvania resident when you entered the military. You must have received an honorable or under honorable conditions discharge. You should apply if you suffered a service-connected injury or incurred a disease that resulted in the loss of vision within certain parameters. Contact the County Veterans Affairs Director in the county you reside to apply for this program. You will need a copy of your last military service, DD-214, proof of Pennsylvania residency upon entering the military, and a VA Affairs disability claim number. The Amputee and Paralyzed Veterans Pension provides eligible veterans with a pension of $150 per month. To be eligible, you must have been a Pennsylvania resident when you entered the military. You must have an honorable discharge or an under honorable conditions discharge. And you must have a service-connected injury or incurred a disease that resulted in the loss of or loss of use of 2 or more extremities. A VA rating of 40% or higher in each limb is required. Contact the County Veterans Affairs Director in the county you reside in to apply for this program. You will need a copy of your last DD-214, proof of residency upon entering the military, and a VA code sheet. Pennsylvania offers a wide variety of educational benefits to resident veterans and their dependents. It is important to note that state educational benefits can often be used in conjunction with national educational benefits, such as the DEA program. If you are interested in learning more about the DEA program, check out our national benefits video. The children of a service member who died in service or is permanently and totally disabled because of military service are eligible for the Pennsylvania Veterans Educational Gratuity. An eligible dependent can receive up to $500 per semester for 4 years. The children must be between 16 and 23 years old. There are 2 qualifying categories that the veteran must fall into. The first category is a service member that died in service during a period of war or armed conflict. The second category is a veteran who has an honorable or under honorable conditions discharge, and you must also have served during an established war service dates and have a 100% permanent and total disability rating with the VA. The dependent must be between the ages of 16 and 23. The dependent must have lived in Pennsylvania for 5 years prior to applying and must attend a school within the state. You must also demonstrate a financial need. Contact the County Veterans Affairs Director in the county you reside in to apply for this program. You will need a copy of the last military service DD-214 or military death certificate of the sponsoring veteran, a copy of the birth certificate of the applicant, proof of identification, and proof of Pennsylvania residency for the last 5 years. EAP provides educational assistance for eligible members of the Pennsylvania National Guard. EAP funding is awarded regardless of financial need. The amount of each award will be based on enrollment status, either full-time or part-time, and on the tuition charged. The EAP award amount can be applied to tuition costs, fees, books, and room and board, up to the allowable cost of attendance for members using FTA and GI Bill Chapter 33 for the same term. Funding is provided for up to 10 full-time semesters, which are at least 12 credits per semester, or 120 part-time credits. To apply, you must have a 6-year service agreement with the PA National Guard and sign a statement of understanding prior to applying. 6-year contract extension and EAP Form 1 must have the same date. You must have graduated from basic training prior to applying. You must be an active, satisfactory participant in the PA National Guard unit and be a member in good standing. You should be an eligible member of the PA National Guard prior to the first day of class, and you must be enrolled in a degree or certificate program at an approved Pennsylvania school. Mobilized members can be eligible for extended EAP benefits for deployment time. Eligible EAP members who receive a discharge for a disability incurred in the line of duty may be eligible for EAP benefits after their discharge. Under the PA GI Bill, Pennsylvania National Guard members who commit to an additional 6 years of service can receive 5 years of higher education benefits for their spouse and children. The program will provide 10 semesters of tuition-free education for family members. The benefit must be used at an approved educational institution and the tuition rate set by the Pennsylvania State System of Higher Education. A spouse can use the benefit up to 6 years after the member's separation from the PA Guard. Children can use the benefit before reaching the age of 26. The member can assign the entire benefit to one dependent or a portion of the benefit to more than one dependent. Keep in mind that you cannot use the same 6-year contract for both the National Guard Education Assistance Program and the Military Family Education Program. PA Guard members can apply for MFEP by applying through their unit. Honorably discharged veterans who served on active duty after August 2nd, 1990 can get 10 additional points on their test scores for state employment. Spouses of disabled veterans and surviving spouses of disabled veterans can receive these additional points on a passing test score as well. Contact the PA Office of Administration for additional information related to veterans' preference, including documentation required and where to submit it. We have all their contact information on our website. Honorably discharged veterans employed with the Commonwealth for at least 3 years may be eligible to purchase retirement credit for active duty military time. Credited service is used when determining your eligibility for and the amount of your CSRS pension. The more years of credited service you have, the greater your maximum annual pension will be at retirement, and the sooner you become eligible for retirement benefits. You must be working for a CSRS employer when you purchase service. In other words, you can't purchase service after you leave state employment or while you are on leave without pay. Contact a retirement counselor and fill out the purchase of service election form. Wartime veterans with a 100% disability may be eligible for free hunting, fishing, and trapping licenses. Veterans with a 60 to 90% disability can get reduced fee licenses. Application can be made at your local county treasurer. There are a variety of different hunting and trapping licenses available for disabled veterans. We recommend contacting the Game Commission to see which one best applies. 100% permanently and totally disabled veterans can qualify for a free lifetime fishing license. To qualify for a fishing license, an applicant must be a resident of Pennsylvania and have one of the following criteria. You will qualify if you incurred a disability in any war or armed conflict consisting of the loss of one or more limbs, the loss of use of one or more limbs, or total blindness. Additionally, you will be eligible if you have a 100% disabled rating with the VA. A combination trout, salmon, Lake Erie permit will be issued free of charge to disabled veterans who qualify for free fishing licenses. This combo stamp is valid as a trout, salmon stamp and Lake Erie permit. Free or reduced fishing licenses can be obtained from county treasurers, the Fish and Boat Commission's Harrisburg office, or the 6 regional law enforcement offices. Thank you for joining me to discuss the ancillary benefits for disabled Pennsylvania veterans. Check the description box below for a link to the Pennsylvania State Benefits page on our website. While you're there, take a look around to see what other resources we have available. Leave a comment on this video if it was helpful, or if you have any questions. Also, let us know what other content would be helpful for veterans seeking VA benefits. Have a good one.